Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Doctor Who. Last time on Doctor Who, we had Victory of the Daleks. So, the Doctor and Amy went back in time to help out Winston Churchill, who actually had implemented a new weapon to use against the Nazis. They were Daleks, basically. And what it turned out to be was the Daleks tricked the Doctor into basically giving testimony that they are, in fact, Daleks, so that they could use that on a progenitor device that they had and create new, pure Daleks. And at the end, they left. And that was pretty much that. It was an interesting episode overall. And yeah, that's basically that. We are going to move right along. This is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. Don't be a dick, no spoilers. And with that being said, let's just get right into this episode of Doctor Who. Here we go. You alright, buddy?
Hallucinogenic lipstick.
Okay.
She's here.
Who's here? Okay, that's a bit more than a gun. 12,000 years later.
Wrong. The biggest museum ever.
You've got a time machine. What do you need museums for?
Wrong! Very wrong. Oh, one of mine. Also one of mine.
One of
Oh, I
yours.
see. It's how you keep score.
Oh, there's the thing. That the person, I guess, stole 12,000 years ago.
The writing, the graffiti, old High Gallifreyan.
The lost language of the Time Lords.
Huh. Okay. A Gallifreyan.
There were days. Hello, sweetie.
Oh. River Song? Huh. Well, this has to be, I would assume, the first time they met then. This is obviously before her death.
Party's over, Dr. Song.
I thought it was Professor Song.
775/349 by 10 012/Acorn.
Oh, and I could do with an air corridor. What was that? What did you say?
She knows that he's coming. Oh my gosh! The TARDIS is gonna catch her. That's pretty risky.
Doctor?
River? Follow that ship.
Well, why? What's happening? What's happening? Oh boy. So this can't even be the first time they met.
The blue switches. Well, the blue ones don't do anything. They're just blue.
Huh.
They're blue. They're the blue stabilizers.
So she knows a bit more about this TARDIS.
Yeah. Well, it's just boring now, isn't it? They're boring us. They're blue boringers.
Tuh.
But it didn't make the noise.
What noise?
You know,
Yeah, the cool thing, the noise.
It's not supposed to make that noise. You leave the brakes on.
yeah.
What?
Well, it's a brilliant noise. I love that noise. Come along, Pond.
God damn it, Doctor. You blowing it.
No, wait. Environment checks. Oh, yes. Sorry. Quite right.
Well, see, he used to do that.
You promised me a planet.
Oh my gosh.
5 minutes.
That's how long you have.
Because I'm telling you now, that woman is not dragging me into anything.
Oh, buddy. You're already into it.
Amy Pond, Professor Riversong.
I'm going to be a professor someday, am I?
How exciting.
Damn it.
Spoilers.
Damn it, Doctor.
How did she do that?
I promised you the equivalent of an army.
The Doctor?
This is the Doctor.
Father Octavian,
Wow,
Bishop, second class.
He actually saluted.
My command.
Has Dr. Song explained what we're dealing with?
Wait a minute. That face.
Of the weeping angels.
Oh, God in heaven.
The angel, as far as we know, is still trapped in the ship.
Is that freaking Jorah Mormont? Took me a second, but I looked right at him and it looks like him.
We'd be too get into the entrance chamber and then work our way up.
Oh, good.
Good, sir.
Catacombs.
Yep,
probably
that's
dark.
definitely Ian Glenn.
Catacombs, great.
Father Octavian!
Why do they call him father?
He's their bishop, they're his clerics. It's the 51st century. The church has moved on.
Oh, wow. Keep someone watching it at all times and it'll never move. Ugh. It did. It moved even in the 4 seconds. Ugh. I hate, and it's all at these angels. It's the same. Ugh, keep looking at it. Don't blink. I hate this episode. No.
You can't move.
But they are powerful. Don't look away. Don't even blink. Don't look back up. It's gonna be scary. Oh no. Oh no.
That which holds the image of an angel becomes itself an angel.
Yeah. So that is just a new angel.
What does that mean? An image of an angel becomes itself an angel.
Put it together faster. Ah!
Beware what may enter there.
So what did you say?
Don't look at the eyes!
We've been looking at the eyes this whole time, you dick.
Images.
Whatever holds the image of an angel is an angel.
Can you just break the TV?
Hold this. 1, 2, 3,
Pause it.
4. That was pretty good.
That was amazing.
Yeah, great job, Amy.
Why?
Because I'm busy.
I'm fine.
You're brilliant.
Thanks. Yeah, I kind of creamed it, didn't I?
Yeah.
That was
It was amazing.
That was a projection.
You alright?
Yeah, come in. It's just something in my eye.
Please don't tell me the angel is in her eye, like an image. Ah!
Or he's not going to help us.
I won't let you down.
What?
Believe you me, I have no intention of going back to prison.
Prison? Oh no. Oh god.
The other way up.
Huh.
You're still his wife?
Oh, Amy, this is the doctor we're talking about. Do you really think it could be anything that simple? Yep. You're good. I'm not saying you're right.
We're hunting statues.
These two are going to be killed.
Chasing lava snakes.
Oh, sent back in time, but still. I'll go ahead and get a pillow. Oh. It's a good thing I record right next to my bed, so I can just do this.
Angelo!
Oh!
Christian, is that you?
Ugh, it's a fast son of a bitch.
Come and see this. Scared keeps you fast. Anyone in this room who isn't scared is a moron.
Yeah.
Carry on.
I mean, I'm sure he's scared too. He's just better about it.
Be moving into the maze in 2 minutes.
The time of angels.
Ah.
Hey, Angelo. Christian.
Oh no. They're just killing now. They're not even gonna take him back in time.
Hell of a climb.
Yeah, Paz?
They've got 2 heads.
Yes, I get that. So
why don't the statues? Everyone over there, just move.
Wait.
Persons don't speak.
Oh no. Are we implying that there's a ton of weeping angels here?
Okay.
'Cause I don't know if I can deal with that, man.
I want you all to switch off your... No.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god. They've moved.
They're all weeping angels.
Clerics, keep watching them.
Brian, just keep the camera on them. I'll watch.
Every single...
The angel killed me too.
The thing. Like in the library.
What do you mean the angel killed you too?
Snapped my neck, sir. The angel has no voice. He stripped my cerebral cortex from my body and reanimated a version of my consciousness to communicate with you. Sorry about the confusion.
So when you say you're
Well,
on
that's
your
nice.
No, really, I can't.
Why not?
Look at it. Look at my hand. It's stone.
Oh no. Crap, this is probably what happened.
You've got to leave me.
Oh no, I'm not leaving you never. I'm sorry about this.
Ah, see, not stone, now
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, and you're alive.
God, I've got a mark. Look at my
Bit her, that's kind of funny.
Did I mention?
You told me my fear would keep me alive, but I died afraid, in pain and alone. You made me trust you, and when it mattered, you let me down.
Well, thanks, Bob.
I tried to make him angry.
You're smart.
If you value your continued existence, if you have any plans about seeing tomorrow, there's one thing you never ever put in a trap.
What?
What would that be, sir?
Huh. Oh, crap. No. No. Crap. It's a part 1. It's a part 1. Dang it. What was he doing exactly? What was he doing? Ah, dang it. Alright, we're getting our first part 1. I like that. Our first part 1 with Matt Smith. Well, that's good, but, ugh. Man, this one is interesting. Because the last time we got the Weeping Angels was, that was a Dr. Light episode. Yeah, that was a Dr. Light episode, and now, not only do we get the Weeping Angels as a 2-parter, but with the Doctor and River Song. That's the other crazy twist I didn't see coming. That we got River Song back in this. Okay, let's talk about this one. I did write down a... Oh, I dropped my pen. Crap. Get back here. Alright, there we go. I did write a decent amount of things down, despite it being part 1. Because normally in these part 1, part 2s, it's hard to write stuff down for part 1, to really talk about, because it's like, well, that'll be explained in the next episode. So, yeah. So the first thing I wrote down was the Gallifreyan language that River Song used on the home cube. That was definitely interesting. I like that. So we learned a bit more. We basically learned a bit more about River Song, that she is the Doctor's wife, that she is, I don't know if she's particularly Gallifreyan. I wouldn't think so, but she knows the language. She knows how to fly the TARDIS, even kind of better than he does. So yeah. But that's interesting. And also the fact that words, it's not, I don't know, it's like she's not fully better than him though, which is good. They kind of have their strengths and their weaknesses, and apparently one of the Doctors is flying the TARDIS, and it's like, well, you parked, but it didn't make that sound. Oh, that was a horrible way of doing that, but yeah. It's like, it didn't make that sound. It's like, it's not supposed to make that sound. You leave the brakes on. That, I think, is funny, that he always... And he knows it too, because he said, it's like, well, I like the sound. So yeah. So that was funny, but yeah, that was interesting. So she wrote it in Gallifreyan, and then 12,000 years later, he found it in that museum and stole it and figured out that it was River, and he went and saved her. So yeah, that was interesting. We got a little bit of a question with River Song, though. She said, I'm never going back to prison again, which is interesting. So, because, we keep establishing, we've established that she is something big to the Doctor. She's someone big to the Doctor. Amy is basically trying to equate that to, well, you're his wife, basically. But it is a bit more than that. So we keep establishing that, but at the same time, she also said it's like, I'm never going back to prison, and what was his name? The bishop. What was the bishop's name? Octavian. Yeah. Octavian. So yeah, he basically says, like, the Doctor hasn't worked out who you are yet. So yeah, but it has to still be River Song. It's definitely still River Song, but it's like he hasn't worked out, what you are at this point yet. And so yeah, something about prison. For some reason, I guess she was in prison. She's never going back there again, and whatever it is, the Doctor would not approve of it, despite the fact that, they have such a close relationship in the future, in his future at least. So yeah. Freaking weeping angels. This is pretty scary. It's not just some weeping angels and we're kind of going around and seeing some of them, in London and stuff like that. It's very interesting to sort of have her, go through the caves and, this creature chase kind of. But it's a weeping angel that we never actually see. We never see just a weeping angel just roam around. All we see is when it's a statue. And such a fascinating creature to design, because you don't have to do a lot of stuff. You just have to have enough statues and bring them in and put them in front of the camera when necessary. So, yeah. I thought the image thing was really cool. Whatever image has the weeping angel becomes a weeping angel. So yeah, that was terrifying, though. Just watching it still, like, moving, and eventually, getting out of the screen and coming after Amy. So yeah, that was interesting. But I really liked it. It added a bit more to the weeping angel. So you can't even take pictures or anything of a weeping angel, because even if you just had, a Polaroid or something of a weeping angel, if you look away and look back, it's gonna start coming at you. It's like you need to destroy that. You need to destroy that, basically. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Oh yeah, I wrote down the Doctor wife. I misread my own handwriting for a second. That's why I kind of paused there. I thought that was a T instead of an F, but yeah. So we did firmly establish that that River Song is the Doctor's wife, which is definitely interesting. And and again, we're meeting her out of order, because this is not her first meeting with the Doctor, but this is his second meeting with her, and it's still, I don't know, it's definitely interesting, because his first meeting with her was her last meeting with him. And so, yeah, I like that they kind of acknowledge, like, we just keep meeting each other out of order. So, yeah. And he even, like, gave her pictures of every face that he's had. So that's how, that's how she can always recognize him, is because she always, knows what he looks like. She has every doctor basically, which is really cool. I wrote down a lot. That one was interesting. That interesting twist that all the statues were weeping angels. Because, it's like, okay, well, we're looking for the weeping angel among all these other statues. But it's like, well, okay, the weeping angel is a very distinct, is very distinct from these other angels. It's got wings like an angel and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, well, it should be pretty easy to spot. But then the twist that they're all angels was really interesting, and it's like, okay, well, why don't they look like, the weeping angel that crashed? And it's all because, they've been starving for so long, and they've been down here for like hundreds of years that they can't, they've become deformed basically. So yeah, that was definitely interesting. I wrote down power, them feeding off of power. Which was also interesting. It's how the lights started to flicker and stuff like that. They said something else about that, though. I'm going to go back and listen to that. Turn the subtitles on. It was interesting that they specifically said,
escape, sir. The angel killed me too.
yeah, that's interesting. Putting his consciousness in there, which is crazy. And also the fact that they break necks now. They don't even like take him back in time.
He stripped my cerebral cortex from my body and reanimated a version of my consciousness to communicate with you.
Yeah.
Sorry about the confusion.
And this is how the angel can talk to him.
The angel was coming, sir. Yes.
Oh, but that's a church for you. No offence.
Huh.
Quite a lot taken, if that's all right, Doctor.
This was an interesting thing, just they're part of the church. It's like, well, that's interesting and a little random, but okay.
Wreckage is only about 50 feet up from here. That way.
Church had a point if you think about it. The divorces must have been messy.
Tuh. So where... Dang it, they said something about power, and now I don't remember what it is.
Angels.
And they're not fast. You said they were fast. They should have had us by now.
Look at them, they're dying, losing their form. They must have been down here for centuries, starving.
Losing their image.
And their image is their power. Power.
Here it is.
Don't you see all that radiation spilling out the drive port? The crash of the Byzantium wasn't an accident. It was a rescue mission for the angels. We're in the middle of an army. And it's waking up.
Right.
Fast.
Okay, that's what it was. God, that took a while for me to figure out, but okay. We got back to the part. So, power. This is basically just an angel rescue op, which is definitely interesting that they would actually do that. And, an angel that was, out and about, basically. So, just, an angel that was out and about and went to go save the other angels by crashing, basically, and letting all the angels absorb all the power and the radiation. So that was definitely cool. We had the little moment with Amy and her hand becoming stone. So there's definitely something... she's now, I guess, connected with that one angel because she looked at it straight in the eye. Or in the eyes. So yeah, there's something happening there, but it was an illusion because the doctor said it's like, your hand is not made of stone. And it's like, if you just believe that it's not, then your hand will be able to move again, basically. So, yeah, it's interesting. It was still an illusion, but there's still some sort of connection. And then I like, the doctor just biting her hand in order to make her believe. So, yeah. So that's interesting. We'll have to see where that goes. And then I like... It's interesting that, the angel using, talking through Bob's consciousness, basically, tried getting the doctor angry. That's really interesting that it did that. It was basically just making him angry, which, yeah, why exactly do you want him to get angry? Because when he gets angry, you know, stuff starts to go down, so yeah. And then at the end, with the gun, you know, he had some sort of a plan, and, you know, it's like, alright, when you see the signal, just jump as high as you can. So yeah, we'll have to see where that goes, but definitely a great episode. Very interesting, and I'm very curious as to where we go next episode with this. So yeah, that is pretty much it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Doctor Who reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.